I have one more question to Kun Sujin. In what sense the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sanghas are ratana, gem? Why we regard the Buddha is a ratana, and Dhamma is a ratana, and Sangha is a ratana, gems, triple gems?
What's the meaning of ratana or gem? The most precious thing among everything in the world. What is the most precious thing? Reality?
I'd like to say the most important things for life.
Yes, but what is the most important thing? Not to be blind or ignorant.
As a Buddhist, the Buddha and Dhamma and Sanghas are very important.
But actually, what is the three or the teachings? Without right understanding, can there be any three gems?
No.
So, just ordinary person to become Buddha, by what? Without any understanding? Or only the highest understanding? Not to anyone, only one who had developed parami enough to have such understanding so great. What he taught is only just a little leaf in his hand, but his understanding is like the leaves in the forest. So even just one word he said, it's not very easy to take it as just understanding it. For example, Dhamma, just that word, it means no one, but now it's so many people and things. And how can there be the moment of understanding the truth of that just only one at a time? To be sharp enough, firm enough to let go the idea of the self which has been accumulated in years and years. So right understanding at that level is gem, the best, the most precious thing. Only one to that very person who has enlightened the truth, the Buddha. So Buddha, ratana, one gem is the enlightened one, the Buddha. Without him, how can anyone not be blind to the truth of this very moment anymore? So great, so precious in samsara, not just in this very moment. It has to be accumulated on and on and on of the truth, which is now. To realize the truth of it, naturally, by conditions. Otherwise, it cannot let go the idea of self, if someone can do. But no one there. This is the point, the highest point, the end of listening, to attain that truth. And without his teaching, Dhamma ratana, how can there be understanding of that? So Dhamma ratana is what? Nibbana and Lokuttara Dhamma. And how can there be the moment of attaining the truth from the teaching of the truth? So each word of Dhamma conditions the understanding of the truth of what is there now. So the one, Sangha is the one who had developed the understanding of the precious thing in life, in the world, and listen and develop the right understanding. So the people or the person who had enlightened the truth anytime, not just in the past, even right now, or in the future, it depends on samsara and the plane of existence. The Buddha taught about everything. Who has enlightened the truth as Buddha has enlightened, but not by himself, but from the teachings of the enlightened one. At the moment of becoming enlightened, that person is Sangha ratana. No matter monks or lay people, man or woman, boy or old age, it doesn't matter, because it's the panya which has developed on and on and on. Walk, go on the path until reaching this goal, the enlightenment of the truth. Of what is there now? No doubt, whatever, any time. Sankaratana means only the Aryan who has enlightened the truth. So the monk now is not the Sangha, is the monk. So can a person be Sankaratana? Like Visakami Karamanta, Ananta Pidika. Because who are Sankaratana? Those who have enlightened, anyone. It's not limited to monk or anyone, but to Panya, which has enlightened the truth.
And that's why one pays respect to the Sangha, to those who have become enlightened and taught the truth, no matter who or when, or whether male, female, monk, lay person, old or young.
I have these gems in my safety deposit box in my bank.
Is there any understanding to be rich? What about if you are poor but you has enlightened the truth? Or what about if you are so rich but no understanding of the truth? Who's poor?
Yeah, understanding is important.
This is firm confidence, a little more, a little more.
Yeah.
No matter what happened, not by you or anyone, but by conditions. Develop on and on in years and years, each moment to be this free moment. If one doesn't think that Dhamma is so very easy, one can understand the subtlety of the enlightenment. What does it mean? Enlighten the truth, and what is the truth? That which now has a reason by conditions and gone. Otherwise it cannot let go the idea of self permanently or absolutely.
Understanding reality as they are is most important thing in our lives. But, for instance, when I listen to your talks in Thai on the net, I have sort of not strong, but underlying desire to have more sati and panya.
Does it mean the understanding of Dhamma when there is the desire to be such and such, which is not the understanding of the truth?
Yeah, no, it's not.
So what's the purpose of listening to the teaching, the true word about the truth of what is there now? What is the point?
To better understanding.
That's why understanding can be at any time of anything when it's the moment of considering each word clearer and clearer and clearer, more firm, to be Sankaratana in the end.
Yeah.
So one can understand the best moment in life is moment of understanding, and that can condition more interest in the truth of this very moment. Because usually it goes a long way away from this very moment. Think about this and that and the money in bank and on and on. But what is this very moment? It's gone. No one. When there's no thinking about money in the bank, where's the money? Where's I who have such number of money? Impossible. So actually, the truth is no one. What is now appearing is a reality to be known because it's there as it is, as ourselves. To develop the understanding of letting go. Because when this comes, where's the money to belong to anyone? Only at moment of thinking about it. While one is sleeping, where's the money? Where's I? Where's my friend? And where's my possession, my honor, or whatever? Never appear at all because actually it's not there. What is there is only Bhavanga Citta. Who can control it or stop it? Impossible by conditions. And this is so true because who knows that how long one will live in this life? It can be only this evening or tomorrow. What about the understanding and let go, the clinging and ignorance of that, which is always there from moment to moment in life? And this is the best thing, the most precious Dhamma ratana, to get closer and closer to the truth, to realize the Lokuttara Dhamma, Dhamma ratana, to be Sangha ratana. Not me or not anyone, it's only Sangha ratana. Realities, natures, not anyone who attained or who has enlightened the truth. So each word should be considered carefully, so very carefully, again and again and again. What for? To condition firm confidence of the truth of this moment. It has to be now only to be known, and it has to be this moment only, which can be known.
You often say that we have to think carefully again and again, but Picharana or triathlon is not an easy thing. I really do not understand how one can think about realities of this moment.
So, right understanding, understand that actually that is a moment of not understanding what is taken for I. For example, feeling is there, memory is there, Sankhara Khanda is there, Vijnana Khanda is there. Not known, just be attended to that which is there. And usually as something. And instead of thinking of something, it begins to understand, even just thinking of the word. No, I is not me. It can be repeated in mind, but it's not the moment of awareness of the characteristic which is self, but it is the beginning of not forget about the truth. Even thinking in words is conditioned. So one knows that how much understanding of the word of the teaching in a day. What about when there's no hearing in that day at all, and hearing again sometime in a day? This is the difference. This is the development of right understanding by conditions too. No one can do. Only understanding, let go more and more by little and little at a time to understand what is there directly. That's why there are different stages of understanding. Intellectual understanding. It seems like someone said it's easy, but actually it's not easy at all to know that what can be known is this very moment. Who think about it? Just think about the story of what is said. But what for? To listen to the words of truth, to condition moment of understanding what is there now. Otherwise, it's not the second stage. The patipatti is only the pariyatti. And this is courageous, courage, patience to understand the truth, which is now there as it is, and it can show up to panya, which let go, clinging to that which is before the moment of direct understanding, and that which follow this moment with attachment covers up the truth. That's why Buddha taught about everything. For example, what is the opposite of metta? What is the enemy of metta that hindered the metta to arise? See, not how can I? Impossible. That's wrong. So the understanding of Dhamma is not enough as long as there is the idea to do. Not understanding the truth of anatta. So Buddha taught about why cannot the metta arise. There must be conditions too. And what is the near enemy? To metta, see? Without understanding only, just craving to have metta. Impossible. Not letting go anything at all. And each word of the Buddha conditioned letting go. What about having metta with understanding of not me, no one, and just I have metta? What is the teaching of the Buddha? To consider each word, which means the truth, the absolute truth, the subtlety of the reality of each reality. Even metta, only right understanding can tell or can know whether it's not attachment, it's metta. Oh, whether it is attachment, not metta at all. And it's there in daily life, not known, and learning the teaching, consider it carefully, will condition little by little to have more understanding, which is the reality which let go, wrong understanding and ignorance. So subtle, so natural, so long, but so true. So there can be the moment of considering whether can there be other way to realize the truth, to let go of ignorance and clinging right now, and more in the future. Not just only one moment of ignorance and attachment.
Ajahn, the second chant is the teachings of the Buddha, but also the Lokuttara Dhammas and Nibbana. Is that Dhamma ratana, right?
Is the word ratana or is the truth ratana? For example, iti piso bhagava. What does it mean? We can talk about or learn about the virtues of the Buddha. Iti piso bhagava. And then for Dhamma, ratana, sawa kato paduvata thammo santitiko and so on. See? Without the enlightenment of the Buddha, can that person become the enlightened one? So when we use the term Buddha, what do we mean? The virtues of that special one, only one in the whole world, in samsara or in universe. And for Dhamma, if it's not the Lokuttara Dhamma, can Lopa, which is Dhamma, be ratana?
The Lopa, of course, is not ratana. but without the teachings, there cannot be understanding of lopa as lopa.
That's why when we talk about Sawakato Bhagavata Dhammo, taught by the Buddha, Santitiko, Akaliko, Ehipassiko, all concern the enlightenment. The Lokuttara Dhamma include the teachings of the Buddha. Sawakato Bhagavata Dhammo, see? And for the Savako, different ones. Supatipanno, Bhagavato, and so on. Otherwise, we just recite the word, not understanding the meaning of each word, the difference between the three. Because for Sankaratana, it doesn't include the teachings of whom? The enlightened one. Because the teachings, it is just about the development of understanding to realize the Dhamma, Lokuttara Dhamma.
So, Ajahn, what you're saying is that similarly to pariyati, it's not just the words. When we say Dhamma ratana, we also refer to the reality of those Dhamma.
That's why each word should be studied to understand the absolute truth, so very subtle. Just Buddha. Who's the Buddha? If there is no understanding of reality, can there be the understanding or the knowing who's the Buddha and what's meant by Buddha? Buddha has enlightened the truth, and the Savaka also enlightened the truth. But who's the Buddha and who's the Savaka? See, that's why there are three ratanas. Can we change the three ratanas? Not to be Buddha ratana, Dhamma ratana, and Sangha ratana?
No.
Sangha ratana be Dhamma ratana?
All three are about understanding, but different aspects of the same reality, which is Panya and all the, I don't know.
That's right. Three words should be understood clearly, otherwise no understanding of what we say, Buddhang Sarang Gacchami and Dhammang Sarang Gacchami and Sanghang Sarang Gacchami. Because can the Savaka, even the Savaka has enlightened the truth, be the Buddha Ratana and Dhamma?
No way, no, not at all.
So even Dhamma Ratana is just Dhamma Ratana, but the one who has enlightened, see, not as the others, only one, that is Buddha. And the one who has enlightened from hearing, considering, developing to the level of Sangha, can it be changed to other level? Impossible. That's why there are three Ratana, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. The truth cannot be changed.
I think that when referring to the truth here, it's referring to the realization of the truth.
Is Sotapanna Sangharatana?
Yes.
Even they are not Arahata, see? So who are Sangharatana? It's taught because of the truth. Even Sotapanna is not Arahata, but she or he is Sangharatana because of the enlightenment of the truth.
and it says that clearly, Tanajan, when we pay tribute to Sangha, when when it's referred to the Sotapati Magga and Pala, those moments, those two moments, are acknowledged as the wisdom which realizes Nibbana.
It's also joy to know that it can be realized to become Sotapati Magga or Sankaratana. So long way, but so true, so clear, no doubt about what is meant by the reality which has its characteristic in a day, at any time in life, in samsara. That's why they are all learned Savaka, only Arahata is not the learned one.